Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yelizaveta and today's video is about starting over. I'm currently on the journey I really wanted to share because I don't think I speak about it enough, and in the world full of people who really want to show others how perfect their life is, how they have everything figured out, I'm the type of person who just want to be relatable. I want to show that I personally don't have anything figured out. I really don't. I've been through crazy times this year. I went through losing a home, losing a car, losing a relationship all in one night at the beginning of this year. And I had no other choice but to move back with my parents, leave the city of my dreams, big city, and go to back to a small city where my parents live and start over from scratch. Sleep on the couch, get a new job, rebuild myself, heal myself, and just even understand who I am outside of my relationship, who I am outside of living in a big city and being the girl I was. Now, the idea for this video actually came to me at my job. At my new job that I have right now, every single day at 7 a.m., we have a meeting at the office where everybody goes in rounds reading a quote or a verse from the book, and then the rest of us have to share our opinion and what we took away from that quote. And what I've noticed the most is that no matter how many people are in the room, whether it's 20, 10, or just 5, not one opinion was the same. The reason for it is that we can all look at the same picture, at the same situation, but it will be completely different because we're looking through the lens of our past, how our day is going, whether we're tired, whether we're stressed out, whether we're happy, whether we just had our first kiss. So everybody took this quote in such different way, but the quote that we read the other day was very different from what we read usually, and I noticed nobody actually stood up and said anything until one person got up and actually had a courage to say something. And then I noticed everybody, including myself, we all stood up and we were like, oh my gosh, me too. I also feel this way. I'm also struggling behind the closed doors. I'm also feeling this way. And the most common thing that we all said is that we all thought we were the only ones going through it. So this probably gave me the biggest insight and the biggest inspiration for this video, because no matter how bad you think your situation is, no matter how unfairly you think life is treating you, I promise you, you're not the only one. I'm a strong believer that you should talk about how you feel. You should actually go out of your way to discuss with people what you're going through, what's happening to you. I was told by somebody in the past, you should not be talking about your relationship. You should not be talking about your life. You should not be discussing anything because nobody cares. Or they're going to use this information against you. Or you're just going to be looking like a fool. And whole bunch of excuses. Just whole bunch of excuses and just limiting beliefs of that person. It took me a while to unlearn this pattern, and actually now I have the confidence to speak on stuff. I've been cheated on. I've lost it all. I know what it's like to lose a home. I know what it's like to lose a car and have zero money in your bank account, to have zero solutions, nobody to go to. I know what it's like to just feel so miserable and so lost that you just don't want to wake up the next day. When I moved back to my parents, I couldn't even open my boxes and suitcases the first couple of days. The night when I lost relationship, car, and my apartment in Miami where I lived, I wasn't even unpacking for weeks, I think, because I couldn't even bring myself to open these boxes, to even look at that stuff, because all of that stuff was related to the relationship. It was related to the person. It was related to my apartment. There was a lot of furniture in there, and I couldn't. I really couldn't until I think a month in living with my parents, I start actually, getting myself together, and I could feel that something is just dragging my energy. Something is like dwelling on me. So I went to the garage and I decided to open those boxes, like for the first time in a while. And it made me so sad. So sad. I'm not gonna even talk about it because it still makes me emotional. And I remember I took those boxes, those suitcases, grabbed my mom's car, threw everything out. Everything, gifts, furniture, clothes, notes, any little things that really mattered to me, threw it away. Mind you, I had no money at the time, so I was like, wow, I have no clothes. I have no makeup. What am I gonna do? That was a dumb decision, but I felt so much lighter. I felt like now I feel more in control. Now I can actually start fresh. I can change my style. I can change my makeup. I can change my hair. And I've noticed how many people start coming into my life and saying, I've been through that stuff. I've been where you at, so let me tell you what you can do. Let me guide you to the right people. Let me show you opportunities. Let me talk to somebody who can give you that job, who can give you help, who can give you therapy. And that made me realize that I'm doing the right thing. You have to talk about what's happening to you. You need to ask for help. You need to ask questions. There is nothing embarrassing in sharing that, hey, my boyfriend just left me. Hey, I just lost a job. I just lost a house. I've been going through crazy times. I don't know. I'm unemployed. I have no money. I can't afford food. I don't have a perfect resume. I don't know how I'm going to get the job, truly. There's nothing more powerful than admitting that you don't got everything figured out. It is so, so powerful to admit, I know I'm not my best self, but I really want to know how I can become better, at least a little bit. Like, to me, that brings me so much joy to see people who openly say, I'm not perfect, but I really want to learn how to be better, truly. Not those people who sit around and just blame everybody, blame their parents, blame their past relationships, blames the world that it's so unfair. No, you need to ask for help. You need to admit that certain things happen to you because you allowed it to happen, or because you allow certain people, certain situations have so much control over your life that you just use it as an excuse to not do anything, to not get a job. You know how many people I've met that don't want to look for a job because they're so convinced, I don't want to work 9 to 5? Well, you have to start somewhere, so suck it up. I had to pack bags of clothes. I had to cut my hair. I had to just get rid of everything I could. I don't know how to explain it. It's just when you truly feel sick, you feel like you want to wash this out of you. And by washing out, I mean not just taking a shower, cut your hair if you have to. Get rid of the clothes. Burn it if you have to, because I did. Oh, I burned it. I had to take bags and suitcases of clothes and jewelry that was so expensive, so beautiful, to the trash disposal. And drove in the middle of the night. I took my mom's car, drove in the middle of the night, put everything in the trunk, and just threw everything one by one. It felt sad in the moment because there was so much stuff that meant everything to me. And I just felt like this is the right thing to do. I don't want to be in the house where I'm constantly being reminded or feel like, oh, well, this stuff, this is where I wore when I was here and there, or this is the music that I listened to when I was with that person. No, everything gotta go. Everything gotta go. And I'm telling you right now, you have to be strong enough in your mind to know that you're doing the right thing in order to actually do it. Because so many people will say, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw this away, I'm gonna throw that away. And when it comes to actually cleaning your house, cleaning your wardrobe, sometimes instead of cleaning, you just have to rip everything apart. Grab your whole closet, put it in the trash bag. Everything carries energy, whether you believe it or not. Everything, including your phone, including your gadgets, including your pillowcases, clothes, jewelry. Now, something that really, really helped me at the beginning of my journey was removing myself physically from the city, from the relationship, from the environment, from friends, from certain circles for good. And I mean, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna feel bittersweet. It's gonna feel like you falling behind, like you just leaving that amazing, crazy life behind and going backwards, when in reality, you're moving forward. You got stuck in that city. You got stuck in this relationship. You got stuck in that circle. Oh my gosh, it took me such a long time to even make a decision that I'm moving back with my parents. The main secret is reaching the point where you know there's no other choice but just to go. You don't know where to go. You have no idea how you're gonna figure out. You don't even have the money, but you're so sick and tired and disgusted by yourself, by the situation that you're in, that the fear of that unknown step is actually more appealing than going back to the thing that is just literally killing you, like actually physically and emotionally destroying you. Because you can tell, your body will always tell you what's right for you and what's not. And once I reached a point where I felt so disgusted in my skin because of what I've been through in that situation, I was just like, you know what, then we're going back to the parents. We're going back. It is what it is. In a couple of months, actually, I was unemployed. I couldn't even get out of bed. Like, I wouldn't even want to see the sunlight. I wouldn't want to go do things. I wouldn't want to dress up. I wouldn't even want to do my hair, my makeup. I just was like, what's the point? Like, why am I here? Like, I've lost it all. Like, what's the point of me even doing anything? The main trap in your mind is the thought that it will take you years to get it back, when in reality, it's not the years, it's not the time, it's that inner alignment, inner feeling that you know you got yourself. At the end of the day, no matter where you go, you bring yourself. Like, somehow I'll figure it out. If that means I'm gonna be a waitress for a couple of months, then I will be a waitress, and I was. If that means I will have to do jobs that I don't like just to survive. So, yeah, enough is enough. I might not know what I'm gonna do next, but I just know this is not working. This is just not working. And I think that's the only thing that you need to know. You do not need to have a plan. You just have to be so determined in your head to know, I might not know the next step, but I just know this is no longer working out for me. I don't care where I have to go. I don't care where I have to move. I will have to do it just to never ever deal with this ever again. Now, if you have a privilege of going back to your parents' house and actually collecting some of your childhood stuff, please, more than anything, ask for your childhood diaries. It's I can't even explain how happy I was. I was literally tearing up when my mom gave those to me. I have not seen those diaries and those journals in years. Mind you, those are the diaries that I was writing in middle school and high school in Russia. And then when I was in London. And the other one that I have over there is the one that I started when I moved to America. Look at this. This is insane. Those are all of my notes, little secrets. Like, I would have those little envelopes with top secrets. Like, wow, those are the things I was worried about back in the day. I've actually always been that person who was always so optimistic, who always believed in love, who always had this big vision for myself. Because after my breakup, I really got inspired by reading this. It gave me such a clear idea of, wow, like, this is wow, like, this is crazy to think that this is something that I wrote when I was a teenager, and now that I'm 23, I still believe in those things. Now, the main point of this video is not to complain, is not to play a pity party. It's just to realize that whether you're 20, whether you're 30, whether you're 40, whether you think it's too late for you, you bring yourself everywhere you go. Okay, you might not bring your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your brother, your best friend with you along the way, but you'll bring yourself. And I think the biggest and the most important lesson that I've learned this year is that I have to take care of myself first in order to be a better partner. In showing up in the world better and give more value, I need to give that value to myself first. Whether that means investing more in myself, learning new skills, upgrading my education, maybe unlearning some stuff and learning new stuff, or just really remembering who you are from your childhood. Because I think the first step above anything will be going back to the times before you fell in love, before you had that heartbreak, before those all these things happened to you, before you even became an adult. Your journey started as a child, so going back to it. I really hope this video helped somebody, but more than anything, I'm glad that I'm putting this out there, because in the future, I want to look back and see how beautifully I handled those awful things that happened to me. And yeah, that's just my little take and my story, how what I'm going through right now. I'll see you in the next video.